Okay, yesterday I put out a video about two ranking secrets, but it was kind of long. I'm going to do the short version today. There are two secrets, basically. They're not really secrets as much as just comprehensions, but they matter. They matter a great deal. And one of them is for local search marketers, the guys who are doing services for maybe yourself if you're a plumber, doctor, dentist, lawyer, landscaper, roofing contractor, financial advisor, bioand therapist, homeopath, OB-GYN, whatever it is, carpet cleaner. And then also there are, and maybe you're doing that for yourself, maybe you're doing it for clients. That's one secret, is going to apply to that. And then the other secret is for internet money making opportunity guys selling MLM programs or acai berry health pills, anything like that. Or just simply join our program, and make money kind of things. Okay, so there are two secrets here. And the first secret I want to put out, this was a pretty good thing that somebody did. So let me just kind of prep real fast. I want to go to Google search keyword tool because we want to look something up. And let me do the first one for local search marketing, then the second one for the internet opportunist guys. It's pretty much based on the same concept. Let me sign in. That way I don't have to fill in the CAPTCHA. Okay, now the first thing, you're thinking this maybe. You want to show up for terms like dentist, all right? Endodontics dentist, family dentist, anything like that. Let's just do a quick search. Okay, and let's go to keyword ideas. And so it's going to give us a bunch of variations that it would suggest. Now, some of these have geo-targeting. We might want to take them out because we're going to use our own geo-targeting. So we would skip these, but we'd like check mark everything else that we want, not becoming a dentist because we're trying to capture guys who are looking for a dentist, maybe Dentist Finder. But I don't know, it's kind of a different thing. Emergency dentist, well, we could. It's not going to hurt if we get extra words in here, okay? Dentist reviews, again, we could try to capture that traffic directly. Find a dentist, who needs dentist pictures, dentist salary, forget all that. Walk-in dentist, no insurance dentist, okay? And then we're going to put them in our project and geo-target them. That instantly makes them long-tail keyword combinations. Instead of just dentists, it becomes, say, South Bend, Indiana dentists, or South Bend dentists, or dentists in South Bend, or dentists in South Bend, Indiana, or something like that. All those keywords, we can capture the majority of them, okay, just automatically. And when we do this in huge chunks, we're capturing the majority of these. This is kind of like going with Google AdWords without paying per click. And we're going to geo-target because we're after the people who are doing the search in our area. 97% of searches, according to Google, involve geo-targeting if it's based on buying something. I mean, if you're doing research, dentist salaries, how to become a dentist. Those are not based on buying something necessarily. Google doesn't see it that way. That's article-driven searches. It's information-driven searches. Or maybe you're looking up jokes online. But if you're trying to buy something, chances are you're looking for a plumber, a doctor, dentist, lawyer, local restaurant, something. And those searches, that's 97% of them involve geo-targeting. Okay. And so this is why we go with the generic keywords, the mix and match them with the geo-targets, because that's how people think. South Bend family dentist in South Bend. That's how that works. And we just save that list, and we download it as a CSV. My keyword ID is whatever list we have. We download it, and then we put them in our project. And we hit a button to run our project out. That's kind of how that goes. Now, here is the secret. Okay, let me take that off. Here's the secret. A lot of people say this, and people did this with our Seattle landscaping example. We show up on the front page for all these different keywords from a run that we did that took 20 minutes, literally, and we're ranking above Google Places on a bunch of results. I just did these as samples. We're ranking above Google Places on a lot more. Now, these are all front pages, so when you see a number like 11, 17, 10, that's because the tool I built that captures this data does not differentiate between organics and Google Places. So if you've got 10 results on the page and 10 Google Places, then you might be near the bottom of the page under Google Places. That's what that is. You're still on the front page though. And as you can see, we have a lot of matches here. All three of these are for the same keyword. So we take the top 3 spots for that keyword, and it happens over and over again. Okay? So anyway, it took 20 minutes to get our pages up, to refer traffic to any landscaper we want. All right. And now people would say this, And this was a good thing that they did. It's a good way to check, and it's the way people are taught. If I copy that list and paste it in here, okay? Because all I did was look up the generic keywords like landscaping plants and then match it with geo-targeting that I threw into a project for surrounding cities. Bellevue, Washington, Sammamish, Issaquah, Mercer Island, Kent. All these areas in Washington. So it would relate to a landscaper in this area. Anyway, here's what they see. There are no searches. And so they make the mistake of thinking that there's literally no traffic because they think this dash means no traffic at all. That's not true. The dash could mean no traffic, but it can also mean 1 a month, 2 a month, 3 a month. I forget how high the number goes. It might go as high as 8. But Google just doesn't show anything if it's less than, I don't remember, if it's 12, 10, or 8, something like that. Maybe it's even 5, maybe it's even 3, which would be less than 1 a week. All right, 3 a month is less than 1 a week. Still, if you get an average of 2 searches a month on thousands of keywords, which is what we do actually, we mix and match, this is just a tiny sample, then that's thousands of searches a month. It's really huge, and you can make a huge living just by knowing that this does not mean 0. And I'll just show you that with another example because I captured the data really quick. Okay, and this is your first secret, is knowing about that dash. It's really, really important. It affects both local searches and internet opportunists who are selling make money online programs. Here's what happened. I took this homeopath. We did searches, or created a quick project for her across 6 states out of 50. And she started picking up searches. She got to the point of about 25 a week here. And now she's getting more like 25 a day, even 30 a day. But here we go. I just grabbed a recent list of those searches. Those are searches done on Google that came to her website. They're completed visits to her website from people who type these things in. Some of these are oddball, but many of these are very specifically about, and that's like Madrid, Wisconsin, something like that, probably. Homeopathic doctors in Norway, unless it's Norway, Indiana, I think it is. But many of these relate specifically to her, and they came to her website. So she may have converted any number of these guys into sales, and it doesn't take much. She makes like $625 up front when somebody buys her service. And so if she just converts 10 of these guys a month, and we're getting her 25 a day or so, this is like 2.5 days of searches. That's just the way it came out in my Stack Hunter. If she converts like 10 a month out of 25 a day, then that's $6,250 a month. Okay, that's worst case scenario. It's really low, unless her website's just not converting people, or people don't like the idea of her doing Skype sessions with them. They want to find a homeopath in their area instead of rely on her on Skype, because that's what she does. She does treatment over Skype sessions. All right, she's very, very good at what she does, but a lot of people are looking for someone that they can meet, come to their house or go to their practice, whatever it is. Anyway, what I wanted to show was this. These are searches that did in fact happen. If I copy this list and paste it in here as well, boom, here we go, search. All right, when we look at the search ideas, if we sort by local monthly searches, say, there are only 2 that show anything. And then they show, a number of searches a month, whatever it is. But then once you go past that, Google says no one ever searches for these if you think the dash means 0. But the fact of the matter is, these are searches that happened, that came to her website in fact. Again, if she converts just 10 of these guys a month out of 25 a day, then she's making $6,250 a month, up front. And then she's going to have repeat traffic because a lot of the guys are going to come back for more services later. She averages something like an additional $3,250 for the next 3 years per client, something like that. So it's huge numbers, just huge. She's adding them on. Okay, building up a huge residual per year. So that's the first secret, that for local search marketing, believe that when you mix a keyword with a certain geo target, and you can do this across thousands in half an hour, literally, you can show up for what, 4,000 keywords with 20 minutes of work. It'll take a while to wait for Google to rank, or well, to index and rank the pages, index them primarily, and then they'll rank almost immediately. And the second piece of that is just there's no competition for these longer tails, not really. So once you show up for naturopathy, Shiloh, Illinois, or Dr. Homeopathy, Wisconsin, Avoca, you're almost never ever going to have to create backlinks. And you're never going to have to go back and do it again to get back on the front page. You're never going to have to fight. They're there. They're going to stay there until you take the pages down. And they'll just keep drawing traffic. And it takes you like 20 minutes to keep creating more stacks, just like that. If I went across the entire US, I get her like 8 times as much traffic, if not 10. And because there'd be so much overlapping coverage, I might get her 20. And then she could get like 20 times the money. Instead of 6,000 a month, it would be more like what, 180,000 a month if she could handle that. But the biggest thing is you can't just produce pages that fast. How many pages do we put on her site? We put the pages on her website. Before she had like a 10-page site. So if you went to her site, it looks like this. Krista-voices.com. Okay, just a simple little site. All right. And it's just got a few links, really, about her homeopathy, consultation, Bowen technique, testimonials, and links. Okay, that's pretty much it. And then she has a version in Spanish. And so she's got the Spanish pages, right? And that's it. There's like 10 total pages on her site. Unless in MOWG, we know there's got to be a link to the MOWG sitemap somewhere. And there is. It's right here, related. It's not hidden. It's underlined. It does something different than the text, so Google doesn't have a problem with it being black. It's just different. And when you click it, and we don't hide the hover over, nothing like that. It's just that her clients are going to click one of these, or they're going to click Spanish, but they're not going to click this normally. They're going to click one of these. Okay? Anyway, Google sees this as legitimate. And if we look, I did the 6 state runs for her, and I did them as subdomains on her site. Really, really easy with the MOWG program. And inside any one of these, we've got master sitemaps or sitemaps for those sections within those states. Okay? And any one of these, homeopathic constitution sitemap, that's the pages that deal with homeopathic constitution in those cities in Indiana. Okay, and look at how keyword optimized these are. These words appear exactly on that page. So like California, Indiana, Brooksburg, Indiana. Look, Brooksburg, Indiana, if I click, says Brooksburg, Indiana homeopathy. Homeopathy covering Brooksburg, Indiana. Remember when I said there's like 9 different keyword variations? She can show up for all kinds of combinations. Brooksburg homeopathy, Brooksburg, Indiana homeopathy, Brooksburg, IN homeopathy, homeopathy Brooksburg, homeopathy Brooksburg, Indiana, homeopathy Brooksburg, IN, or homeopathy in Brooksburg, homeopathy in Brooksburg, Indiana, homeopathy in Brooksburg, IN. That's 9 different front page results that this one page can get her on. And she'll probably rank on, say, 6 of them because there won't be like any competition at all. She just won 6 front pages with this page that we auto-generated, but we auto-generate thousands at once. How many pages are on her site, by the way? We said it looks like there's 10, unless you know better. Site, KristaVoices.com, just covering 6 states. 19,300 minus like her 10 original pages. So there's 19,290 MOWG'd pages on her website. And again, if you take any one of these, this is the keyword, the first part. The one that ends in a dash or ends in a colon, depends on the run. If I take this and copy it and just go to Google, chances are good. It's not going to be 100% of the time. Chances are good that she ranks up there. And she does. She's one of the top 2 results. And that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on for lots and lots and lots of these pages. Okay? Amacon, Wisconsin homeopath. A guy living in that city, that's a very normal search. And if I just do a search like that, boom. There she is taking the top 3, 4 spots. Okay? That's huge. And again, it can work for things like this. Maybe I do WI for Wisconsin. Maybe she's there. And she happens to be. If I take this out altogether, just stick with the city. Now, for all I know, there's an Amacon in other states, so she may or may not show up for it, but she does. Now, what if I had it the other way around? What if it was homeopath first and then the city? Okay. Again, she's at the top. And of course, if we put Wisconsin here, that's even more stringent, so she's going to be at the top. I'm almost certain. It's not 100% rule, but it can be. And there she is. And that goes on for literally thousands and thousands of pages, 19,300 just for 6 states out of 50 anyway. Okay? So by doing this, we get her traffic curves, and those traffic curves look like this. And if you made the mistake of thinking that there was no traffic, you wouldn't realize she can make a really healthy living just by doing this. Okay, and it takes really no time. It's just that we can't put all the pages up at once. I watched a guy create a site and he put up 120,000 pages inside of a month, which you can do. We can create 100,000 pages in an hour that all work just like these, that can draw traffic just like these. Except that if you upload 120,000 web pages to a site inside of a month, you'll probably get yourself sandboxed. Better to get 10 websites and spread it 12,000 pages per site. Then you can show up multiple times on the front page anyway. So you can put up 120,000 pages at just 12,000 per site. You can start a page, you can start a website off, we typically say, with no more than 10,000 pages to start. Wait a good month, 3 weeks to a month anyway, 3 to 5 weeks, and then add about 1,000 pages a week forever. And that's perfectly fine. Google will keep indexing without sandboxing you. And that's awesome because you keep getting more visitors every month, more traffic, more sales every month. And if you wanted 120,000 pages, put them up across 10 different websites. As a matter of fact, for those who haven't caught on to that, because it's simple. Once you do it for one website, the project's done. To put on more websites takes just a couple of minutes. Here's how we say it. Before you do this, okay, and here we're just pitching if you wanted us to do it for you. But if you did it for yourself because you got the software, before, you might just be an ad word. Okay, one thing on the entire page. You know, who is you anyway, right? If I did this search, Tukwila Garden Landscaping, I've got all these choices to click on. Chances are really high I will not click on that. Maybe that's you. Okay, and if I did click on that, maybe I have to pay $2.50 just for the click. And I might not like what I see or find what I see, so I might come back and do something else. Click something else. Okay, so first of all, it takes there's 20 things on the page, so it takes like 20 different people doing this search just to get one click out of the 20 for that keyword. Now, as we know on AdWords, you put up thousands of keywords. Well, we do the same thing too. But instead of being one AdWord where you have to pay per click, where 1,000 clicks could cost you $2,630, we do it a little differently. We put our pages up on a few different websites, and we capture virtually everything on the front page. Yeah, not one AdWord. Google limits you to one. We get everything, almost. Okay? Tukwila Landscaping Ideas is one keyword of thousands. And I did the same run on MOWG-crew.com, industry-leaders.net, Seattle-website-marketing.com, buildingwebsitestoday.com, MOWG-samples.com. Now, somebody else squeezed in on this front page. Oh, well. Still, I own virtually half of the results on the front page, and I get probably half of the clicks. In other words, 1 in 2 people that do this search are probably going to click on me. My pages speak highly of what they were searching for. The first clear match is this one. It even matches better than that. The AdWord, it matches better than the top AdWords I see here. The first thing that I'm looking for psychologically is what I typed, and there it is. Chances are really good this is getting clicked on. Okay? And then from there, we redirect the people to the destination website. So we refer traffic to the destination website. You can go see what our pages look like and you'll understand how they work. They're very simple. All right. So anyway, that's that. Now, the second, and again, it takes minutes to do massive runs like that. What's the second secret? The second secret for those of you internet opportunists with MLM programs, sit up and take note because this is huge. We did this with major keywords to get up for major keywords, things like virtual home business, small business idea, secure business model, entrepreneurs wanted, entrepreneur wanted, all these different kinds of terms. You can, there's literally millions of work from home terms, right? And you can get up on lots of them. How do you do it? Here is the trick. And this is, again, something you would never think was valuable unless you knew better. We got a list of all the city-state combinations for all the cities in the U.S. 32,816, and they're broken down by state. Wyoming is the last state alphabetically, and before that comes whatever. So you can do this by state if you want. Wisconsin, and before that Virginia, and on and on. It goes all the way back up to Alabama, then Alaska. Okay, and so you can do the runs for this. Now here's the secret. A lot of people don't know this. Let me try to make this clear. Say you wanted a keyword like this, and this is exactly how our guys would do it. Maybe you want the keyword entrepreneurs wanted. Okay, now you want that keyword. We're telling you to create pages for Abbeville, Alabama entrepreneurs wanted as though it were one keyword. And you'll think, yeah, but there's no traffic to Abbeville, Alabama entrepreneurs wanted. There's not even traffic for entrepreneurs wanted, Abbeville, Alabama, or any of the other variants. Yes, that's right. Okay, basically. I mean, there could be somebody, but probably next to no one. And even if you go all the way down the list, you're going to keep thinking the same thing. I doubt if there's hardly anyone for any of these keyword matches, right? If you think Andalusia, Alabama entrepreneurs wanted, and you'd be right. Okay, there's probably next to none at all. However, if you create thousands of pages, and again, don't do it all at once. Start off with like 5,000 to 10,000 pages on your site, and then wait a month, and then add about 1,000 a week. Per website now, you can do this per website. So you can do one state on one website while you do another state on another website, whatever, Alabama's long, and then another state on another, and then cycle back and forth, just canvas. But what are you doing this for then? If there's no traffic, why even do it? Here's the answer. Google does latent semantic indexing, and they notice all of these pages have one thing in common, this. And when you create a website that has a different use for each keyword, or for the keyword over and over and over and over and over again, you know what happens? Google winds up saying, sooner or later, it lets you win this. Entrepreneurs want it. And it lets you win it exactly because you have so many web pages about entrepreneurs wanted. Takes you a while to win. Could be 3 months, could be 6. Really, it's just the way it works. What if you wanted to cycle these pages with different terms? What if you wanted entrepreneur wanted, and then here you wanted small business idea, and then here you wanted something else, but you want it over and over again. You want this for that, that for that, that for that, and then you want this for that, that for that, that for that, and so on. Our software is built for that. You put these keywords you want in a simple list, and our software will mix and match every city state with every keyword up to the number of total combinations that you said you wanted at a time. So you can wind up with, if you did on one website and you were aiming for 6,000 pages to start, then you're going to have 2,000 pages with that keyword, 2,000 pages with that keyword, 2,000 pages with that keyword. You get it? And that's the idea. And so you wind up with 2,000 pages that talk about entrepreneurs wanted, and they're completely unique pages. Google will index the majority of them. They always do. That's how I got 19,000 plus pages up for ChrisDevoiceSus.com. Okay. Same with these others. Some guys say, can you do 2 keywords at once? And the answer is yes. Basically, it's going to be like this. And by 2 keywords at once, I mean per page. We've seen guys do this. Okay. They'll basically have the page read this way. It'll be in the page title somewhere, or some content of the page, or they'll just make sure to include this somewhere in the page as well. Small business idea. Could be also home business idea. And so on. And what you wind up with are these combinations. All right? It could be any combination like that. And you're going to wind up with all these pages that talk about this stack of keywords and that stack of keywords. Really what we do is just stick all of these keywords in one list and then copy paste that list 2 more times on our sheet. and it knows what to do with that. It kind of mixes and matches as it goes, but it does it so you create this very it looks random, it looks sensible, but it reads completely correctly. A stack of pages that interweave stacks of these keywords in such a way that Google recognizes it can find these in different contexts and different usage, and it will completely call that legitimate. And what happens is you wind up ranking for a bunch of those terms. First is with the geo-targeting. You'll rank for things like this. You'll rank for things like that. Later, you're going to rank for those. You're going to rank for those. Some are going to happen faster than others. But you can do hundreds at a time if you want. Just keep in mind, the more keywords you work on at one time, the fewer pages you get per keyword. Because again, you don't want to put up 100,000 pages at once, even though our software makes 100,000 pages at once, unless you spread them across multiple domains, like 10 domains at 10,000 pages each. Then you can do that at once. That way, you can be front page pretty quickly, a few months, for just the main keywords, just like we were showing you here. Your main keywords, you can look like this. So there's your second secret. And the reason I call it a secret, people would say, I do not know why to geo-target my keyword because no one will search for that. The answer is you do it because eventually you'll win the individual keywords. Somebody says, what about backlinking? The answer is that is naturally inherent in the project. You're going to backlink by default. You choose what you want to backlink. In here, for all the runs on all the websites, you put in one link for a backlink, and you just copy your keyword list in for the anchor text. You don't need to use the geo-targeting, just the keyword. Okay, and then let her rip on all your other domains. These pages, they work. That's why we're getting the click-throughs. This means people came to the pages, clicked the image, and wound up on the front page where they considered buying the service. Okay, that's how it goes. Now, when you want to see how the project works, if you go here, for guys who say, how does the project actually work? I want to see if I can do it. MOWG training videos, this third one down, universal affiliate pages, is this cut and dried project we made for the MOWG that is just simply one project. It's one HTML page with one CSV file. And it works for everyone uniformly, no matter what you're selling. So the page looks the same, but it's for different keywords with a different image. Look at this. We got one of these UAP sites, all right? This is a site, and when you click the image, it goes to where it's supposed to go. And no matter what links you click on the page, takes you to another page with the same image. Same for this one. No matter what link you click on the page, takes you to another page, and this guy didn't finish doing his run, I see, but it takes you to another page that will present the same image. You click it, it takes you to the project, okay? A lot of guys start off with sample runs. The reason his isn't complete is he may have put it up to test it out. And okay, he's got more. He just needs to create more to fill them all in. You need to create at least 200 pages to fill in all the spots. Okay? If you don't create at least 200 pages, it won't. But how do you do it? It's really simple. Our software gives you a button for how many pages you want. You just tell it. So when you go to create the project, okay, let me just open one of these, like building websites today. This is for a website, okay? And here's how it works. This is where I'm going to put the project. This is the FTP path, the username for the FTP, the password for the FTP, and I just tell it how many pages I want. Then I hit next and hit go. And literally I watch it run. That's it. It'll be done in a little while. And those pages will be live, and the sitemaps will interlink, and everything will be finished. Look at this, same cut and dried page for limousine service. Guys got it aligned left, that's fine. You can line left to line center if you want. Those of you who know coding, you can change it. The default is center, but you can line left if you want. And what's it got? Limousine. And you can click on that, takes you to the limousine service. And it goes on and on. People with thousands of pages on their websites, if they do enough pages to fill in all the spots and everything, come up for all these different terms. They rank for the majority of these, and eventually they get the shorter versions, and they can always backlink themselves like this. This is a backlink, actually. Optimize marketing solutions, click it, it goes there. Same thing with the next one, backlinking something else. Same thing with the next one, backlinking something else, and so on and so forth. Basic rule of thumb, do not backlink the exact same site that you're pointing your links at. There's a reason. These have no follow links on them because it's a big fat image in the middle of the page. We're not getting backlinks from this thing. We're not trying to. We want visitors. We don't want that website here. We don't want this one to rank on Google because of our efforts. We're not trying to backlink it. We want this website to rank for the terms that we're after to get clicks here. Okay, but this has to have a no follow tag on it. That has to have a no follow tag on it. Some people say, well, what if you do this without a no follow tag? Then the answer is you might be defeating the purpose. It may not count as a backlink. But if we run this run up on 10 websites, what should we do? Say we have limousinebusiness.info and limousinebusiness.net, limousinebusiness.com, all pointing us at this thing here. Then limousinebusiness.info might be our first run we ever did. Then we do another one on limousinebusiness.net. We would backlink limousinebusiness.info down here. That way our limousinebusiness.net website, which will look the same and cover whatever keyword combinations we wanted, that's how it works in the project, it builds these pages automatically, are all going to backlink limousinebusiness.info. So we're making one of our leader pages here, one of our referrer websites, the master, and all the other websites are going to backlink this master. We want this master to rank because it's this master that covers all the different keywords. So we don't have to worry about that website. We don't have to worry about whether this ranks. We don't even have to worry about whether it's really a website. You know what you can put in here? A ClickBank hop link, a short URL, a link to a video page, a link to an affiliates join us page. You can put anything in here. That's what people can put in here, anything they want. Okay? Some people even put videos in here and then stick the link down below. Some people put a video, the image, and the link, or the image, then the YouTube video, then the link. You can do that. It shows up on your thousands of pages that way. And all these different things talk about exactly whatever it is it's talking about, page by page by page, thousands of pages on the site if they run out the pages right. And some of these guys will even mix and match different images so that they can see which ones are doing a better job of converting. And this is cool because all these still point to where you want them to point to. So you use this one project. This is for a nursing home, you know, Angels Sharing Love Health. And you use this one web page. Either you keep the phone number or you take it out. We just show you how real fast in the project. It's easy to do even on a notepad. And then you run out your thousands of pages either with a phone number if you want it or without it if you just want them clicking this and to have no other options. That way they'll click this. That is the idea of the page and the whole website. Every page you go to keeps leading you there. And it's got a mismatch there, but that's easy. There we go. And this again, the idea is click the image and it takes you there. That's the whole point of these websites, to get you to click the image to the destination. And they all work incredibly well. In every single case, the pop-up text, when I hover over the image, the pop-up talks about exactly that keyword. Okay, same geo-targeting keyword combination in a different context. And page by page by page by page by page, they all work. All these links click through, most of them to different pages on this site. Some link out to the to larger websites like Wikipedia and Ask in order to get the external links that you're pointing to, you know, high page ranking sites, that kind of thing. And in every case, it links with the keyword in mind. So it actually links with a different keyword to each of these sites. So they look like different links, and the links are the same as these. So it's a healthy match. Google likes that kind of matching. Anyway, you can run out 10,000 pages for a project like this in half an hour, and then make this project in half an hour, make that project in half an hour, that project in half an hour, that project in half an hour. So it's like 2 per hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hours of work. You could do it on a Saturday. And you're throwing so much mud against the wall, you're going to get paid a lot. That is why our software is so important. And those are your 2 ranking examples, your 2 ranking secrets, rather. Okay? That's what I wanted you to see. And I hope you enjoy it. I mean, MOWG's huge. We've been doing it for 4 years. We've transformed companies left and right. One of the latest public examples that was huge was vivodesigns.net. home designs, interior decorating kind of thing, custom tile for the kitchen or the bathroom, all these different keyword combinations for that company in the like 10 or 15 surrounding cities for that company. It's huge, thousands of pages on their website, and just transformed them. They had to start hiring more help within the first month because they couldn't keep up with business. And this is just one example. We've got 4 years worth of examples. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to let you go.